Today we're taking a look at a game, a Milio game I played on 13.7 that I thought particularly showcased some of the strengths of Milio. Okay, so the first thing that you see me doing kind of as I'm coming up here, I don't know why it swapped off me. Um, I always go into this bush right over next to mid lane because if you're coming out of base on blue side, actually it's on both sides, it doesn't matter your side, and you're you're the fastest you can be, you'll get into this bush before anybody. You'll get into this river bush right here before anybody enters this bush and before anybody enters like this area. So it's faster to get here, gets you vision. You know whether or not they're invading straight across here. You can look for any opportunities sometimes if your team is there as well to get like either a catch on like somebody coming out of the invade or not. A lot of other teams or a lot of other people are starting to do this now, I've noticed, but basically I've been doing this for like 6 months or so, and it's always netted me an advantage level 1. This game and more being streamed over on my Twitch. Submit your games in my Discord for review. So we spot them. I start Emax because Emax is the strongest ability to start on Milio. I feel like you can start W if you have probably if you had like Lucian or something, which I was hoping to get in one of these games, but I did not. But Emax is E start is way stronger for most ADCs because most of the time they're gonna hit once and then they're gonna back away. So E also gives you speed, so I give Veigar speed. I'm making sure to hit the Swain because the Swain is actually, now that Alistair like flashed in, the Swain is actually the second most likely person to land a CC that can kill one of my players on my team. So it's really important that like he was like closest to me. Ezreal is not in threat. He has flash up and no CC move, but Swain started E. He has a CC move. It's coming off cooldown pretty soon. So you want him to be low enough that he doesn't feel like he can do something like a flash back into your team and E to like catch somebody who's low. But the obvious kill target is once Swain is no longer like in everybody's range, we're killing Alistair. So Alistair's dead. Veigar's flashed. My ADC flashed. I soaked the Swain E because I'm full HP. What I want to do at this point is we're pretty much trying to leave. I'm also trying to make sure I support the Veigar who's leaving here because he's flashless. Rengar could actually flash into this bush and go on him, and I have heal. So if he did that, he'd actually be griefing. This is useless. We're going to the laning phase. ADC is going to get a recall off. He almost gets interrupted by here, but this actually is really big because Ezreal doesn't have time to get a recall off now. He gets some vision down, but I stand here because I'm trying to scout for them potentially invading because like it was pretty obvious Rengar was full HP. Everybody just recalled. Alistair was coming back on the map. They could have potentially tried to do an invade. They did not, but they could have, so I was just scouting for it. So because Alistair has no flash, I want to like bully this lane, but I want to make sure I don't walk up into his Q range. And also, since Ezreal started the lane at half HP because he didn't get his recall off, he's the best person for me to harass. Obviously, Alistair has Hex Flash. You're standing away from the bush. Let me turn on only my Fog of War so you can kind of just only see what I'm seeing. So I'm just making sure I can even use the E on myself just to make sure I'm harassing Ezreal because Alistair has no threat on me whatsoever until he hits level 2 because he's flashless. We hit 2, we get a good chunk on Ezreal again. The Kai'Sa hits W. Now, since we know that Rengar started topside, because their bot lane didn't leash. Because Ezreal came to lane. I saw Ezreal in our side. He did not go to his blue. He walked bot lane with no HP. They didn't leash. So he started top side. We're going to get ganked. We're going to be the first gank, basically, for Rengar. I walk up a little bit too far into the range, but honestly, I think it's fine because if I just shield Kai'Sa, she should be doing a lot more damage, and I have potions, so I think Kai'Sa doesn't trade super well, so I actually end up looking like I'm losing, but I'm just trying to make sure that anytime Ezreal's going to last hit that minion, I'm autoing him to really continue chunking him because he's pretty low. Kai'Sa's kind of playing really far back, so we don't have much kill pressure. I see my junglers here, so it's like I'm hoping I get engaged on. My jungler actually walks up into their jungler, and then their jungler's here bot. It's like he should have known that we were gonna get ganked, but he didn't come. I flash away. I'm ignited by Alistar already, so I'm dead. I use every move on myself too to try and live, and I still die. It's kind of fucking sucks, but Udyr's just like completely misread the gang, so he was not where he should have been. Honestly, this also, there's almost like no world where this shouldn't be a free double kill for Kai'Sa. I don't know how he played this like this. That's so weird. But it is what it is. Now at this point, Alistar, I think, yeah, he's got enough boots to go get his boots. He's gonna go try and get Mobies, start roaming the map because he's Alistar and he wants to be Alicopter, go top lane and go mid lane and go every which way. My Kai'Sa was paying attention. He could have got the cannon, but he wasn't. I don't have anything really left to do here for till the next reset, so I don't think I have a pink ward. Oh no, I do. I dropped pink and try because I'm flashless, healless. More than likely they try and repeat gank, but Alistar's flash is back up. There's no world where this Ezreal gets this pink. Like if he did, he was gonna die. So he actually had to back away. It's also like he's 1v2 because Alistar. We see Alistar mid now, so I just start walking past the minion wave because try not to take an Ezreal Q. I do there. It kind of looked like I dodged it, but it still hit me. I'm trying to zone him, make sure he's not getting any CS, and I can still run up and harass him. Because if I match the Alistar roams, it like does nothing. Like I don't provide that much benefit to anybody else on my team right now. Maybe Yone once Yone gets an item, but it makes more sense for me to throttle the Ezreal who's trying to be a 1v2 lane than to try and match the Alistar roams. Because the Alistar roams are just going to be like, they're not good roams. They're just like, they're random, and he's going to fall behind in XP. A lot of times they don't make any sense. I know Alistar's coming back bot because we saw him hit the sweeper ward, or the sweeper plant here. So he's bot. Now, we don't know if Rengar is repeat ganking or not. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm standing at the back because I'm the one without flash. So that if they engage on me, I should be able to live. We get the wave crashed, but my ADC, when we crash the wave, like, we can see our jungler. He should walk up into this bush and check it. Because if he does, like, we're baiting a fight. Like, I'm pretty sure Rengar's probably on this side. Our jungler is going to be here. Their ADC is going to have to make the decision of leaving, like, a 7 minion wave under his turret to come help them, or it's a 3v2. So now I think somehow Rengar slips through vision here with our jungler even doing this. because I'm pretty sure I get ganked by Rengar right here. Yeah. So he goes up here. They're on vision. And Rengar's coming bot. Yep. And there's the thing. That's what I like about this. Is that reason right there is why I pick Milio into most of these line engagers, because Alistar just tried to flash headbutt combo me and I just Q it and cancel it. But Rengar's here, so I'm now rooted. I dump everything on Kai'Sa because there's no world where I'm going to live. So as long as Kai'Sa's getting damage back or doing anything, they can at least play still. They can still push the wave. My jungler shows up late once again. But because of that chunking, my Kai'Sa still can play the lane. Even though they got a kill on me. Now, I'm watching to see if my Kai'Sa is gonna recall here, or if he wants to stay. Because if he's gonna stay, I gotta go back bot lane. But if he was recalling, that would be my time to go mid. But he's staying. Alistar's here. There's not really. We're hoping we can get something, but there's not really much to get. Unless they just went crazy and went way too hard on us. My jungler just starts up the dragon. That Alistar is kind of trolling here. There's no reason. There's no world where they're going to win this engage. Alistar has no flash too, so he's dead. I'm just trying to make sure I stand in front, because the only way my Kai'Sa dies is if Ezreal's hitting Qs on him. So I'm just standing in front here, and basically we get a free kill on Alistar, who's kind of grouping with that engage. I don't know if Rengar was there and telling him that he was going to be there, but he's not. He's topside, so. So I'm walking up into river just to get some vision down. I'm on vision on the blue side jungle here. Now the common thing is most people don't ward this, but this is a good ward for this. You see how I basically spot out the Alistar roam here mid? I think it still works because unfortunately he has completed Mobies, and I think my Veigar got hit by a Swainy, but honestly I don't even know if he might have not had to flash that. But that's a good ward for the most obvious like Alistar gank is coming from these two sides. We have somebody put a pink ward on this side. I think it's probably Udyr, but it might have been Veigar's pink. So we have that side covered for the Alistar roam. We need this side covered. This side, it's really easy. Walk up, get this ward. You just ward over the wall right here, and that covers that entire path. It's also good because if they put their pink ward here in this bush, doesn't see it. Clearing vision, trying to make sure that I'm around because my Veigar just got his flash burned, and I want to make sure that like if they tried to go on him again, I'd be there for him. I also don't want to steal his XP though, so I'm trying to stay out of XP range. My jungler's invading their bot side. I'm trying to make sure I'm supporting him because my ADCC is getting free farm in the up in the lane because their Ezreal is on recall from death. Plus denying vision plant. Alright, and then we see Rengar going mid, so we know Alistar's also hex flashing into this bush. He's trying to W the Veigar into the Rengar. And we actually CC'd the Alistar, so Veigar walked the only way that he could get knocked into the Rengar, but that would have basically been a free kill. We are super safe here. Rengar could have flashed over the wall, but if he did, like I would just flash it. So we just get a free. We get a kill on Swain on repeat because the Kai'Sa comes up river, which is smart. But there was no threat onto actually us. Somebody was spam pinging us like we were in danger, but neither Udyr and me were not in danger at all. Plus I had ult up, so. Alright, she's catching the wave. I'm just trying to come here, get a little bit more XP, but then I'm just gonna reset. Getting her like a ward, I think, like here or something. That way she can be a little bit more safe in the lane. Oh yeah. I help her shove. She just does the cannon wave. You want to get a good reset off. Help your ADC shove it. Give her everything I've got. And I just recall. She's got it. It's gonna hit. If he tries to freeze it in front of the tower, it's not really a good freeze, so he's not gonna be able to do it. He's gonna take too much HP. Alistair once again doing random roams. They're working, but they are extremely random and they don't make any sense. And all he's gonna walk across vision to try and gank mid again. So we've got him spotted. He never walks in this bush to actually clear the vision. Because of that, the roams they just don't work. Yone is struggling into the Jax, but there's nothing I can really do for Yone still. Yone has to turn it around for himself. What I want to do is just get vision for these Alistair roams. And I cancel this, by the way. So I know Alistair is roaming mid from here because we just saw him go across this way. Basically they're doing a fake. There's no reason for him to go bot. He can't engage on this, so the only play he's gonna make is he's gonna go mid. I interrupt it, turn off his Moby Boots proc here with my Q, and then Veigar still walks forward and positions himself to get ulted into the tower. It's fine because I'm here. There's no way they're gonna win, but the Veigar didn't even need to get headbutted into the turret. This is another good ward because we're going to spot Rengar on Raptors whenever he's doing that. Plus, Alistair's like to do a Hex Flash gank from here too, especially with how my Veigar is just playing forward the whole game. I was checking for the bomb plant. I like to destroy the bomb plant and get a ward here because Rengar doesn't want to use Flash to get over the wall. So if you destroy bomb plant, he has to walk longer. He's going to be seen by my wards probably. In that case, and we spot him on bot side ward. We want to clear this wave and then we want to reset. That's all I'm looking to do. I'm just hitting minions, hitting everything, letting it get cleared. Now we reset. We should be resetting, but for some reason Paisa doesn't want to reset. Basically, as the support, you reset when your ADC resets, unless you're a roamer like Alistair. We could get ganked bot, so I'm clearing this ward, but we could get dove actually by the Rengar. I don't want to give him the pink ward money, and this is a fine pink ward to defend. We actually, at the same time I put the pink ward down, we spot the Rengar going back to his blue side jungle. Now, and a lot of this stuff is I don't know. It's kind of instinct of what I'm thinking about in the moment. Because I don't think about it too much. Now we just saw him reset, so we're shoving this. He basically just got his recall off in front of us. We know our jungler doesn't want to do dragon because he's on the top side of the map. We're gonna clear this and we're gonna reset. I stand here just in case if Rengar ulted through here, I would spot him. He can't get to Kaisa. I think. So the next play is I'm going mid because I know Alistair's roaming mid again. There's nowhere else for him to go. He wants to go mid. My jungler's fighting in topside river. I want to be there, or topside jungle. I want to be there because he's abandoned Ezreal the whole game, and in the 1v1, my Kai'Sa's gonna win. Against Ezreal, he has exhaust. So I spot. I'm just basically covering the Alistair, making sure I help my Veigar. Alistair's kind of caught, but he also has his ult up, so he's not gonna die. Only because Veigar ulted. Kai'Sa actually picks up the kill on the Swain afterwards, but Veigar ulted the Swain and he lived with 70 HP. So we don't really have kill threat on anybody anymore. Yone's trying his best to actually equalize the matchup, which I think he's actually going to get a solo kill here. Maybe? Nah. It was really close. I quickly realized that the Yone is not like his score is not really telling the tale of the game because he did get roamed on by Alistair twice and ganked a lot. So he's actually not that bad of a player, and I do go over to help him pretty soon here. Just for like a late game fight, I help him quite a bit. I basically save him. I saw them ward right in this bush right here over the wall, so I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna get all my wards back and set up on the top side of the map. I'm gonna come mid straight here, clear this, and then I'm gonna go up here, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get wards on this side. Can't tell the dragon timer either. I don't really know if dragon is coming up in like a minute or something. But you want to have even spread. I can't really ward all of where Rengar is gonna go, but wherever Alistar is almost like a 75% chance that's where Rengar is. And we get collapsed on here. I think we should be able to win this fight, but I just get fucking blown up for free. Basically we spot Rengar here. I'm helping Udyr. Udyr should not be going this path. This path, he should be coming to us. If he comes to us, we win this fight 100%. There's just no, my champion's not living against Rengar. This is not gonna happen. I shouldn't burn all my sums, but there's a chance that I can live if I have, you know, my jungler coming, but he's not coming. He's just like shadowing the Vigar. Vigar is getting a free turret, and then we just give up the free Herald up here because he doesn't go to it. I don't know, it's weird. And then he pings to go there when it's like obvious they were gonna go there, and he runs bot. So it's like, it is what it is. I just get defensive vision for the Alistair roam, because if I go up here, I'm dead. And I think there's a pink ward in this bush. This is where I actually go to help the Yone, because the Yone is getting collapsed on by like 4 people. And they're going to definitely dive onto the turret on him. Yep. We get a return kill for him. I get an assist off of it. He didn't really need my help, but us coming there get pressure so that Rengar couldn't ult on him. So Alistair's kind of caught. There's not really much kill pressure here, but we do get Alistair's flash. Then I just clear this vision. We actually literally clear each other's vision in our faces, being like a fuck you, dude. And then I put another ward. He uses his sweeper here, which is actually so grief because it's so funny. He uses the sweeper right before dragon is spawning. And I'm like, okay, this guy is dumb. I'm just gonna fucking go get to the bot side jungle, and I'm gonna fucking set a vision. He can't clear it now. I'm trying to protect Yone here. So I know Alistair's in the river. I'm trying to protect Yone. Yone is not weak right here. He actually can do a lot. So as long as I'm helping him, like, they can't do shit. Alistair, no flash. He does some play where his team doesn't back him up. That's really out of position. And we get a free drag. I go with Yone just to make sure. I don't want to walk anywhere by myself because I could maybe get one shot by fucking the 7-1 Rengar at this point. So I'm hovering right next to anybody else on my team, trying to help Kaisa. Kaisa could go on him, so I'm like trying to be in the area so I can press an E and W on him, and then he like ults on him. Doesn't end up going for it. I get spotted going over here just to make sure that Jax can't just take our blue buff. I want to reset and get wards, But I also don't want Jax to do anything to my Kaisa or my Vygar's blue buff, so when I spotted him, I canceled my recall, but they're going to jump on Vygar here. I think he just dies. Yeah, we're on our way top, but he actually lives here, but then they go back in, and then he gets killed. We're on our way. Vygar gets his recall off. This guy's going way too ham in a 1v2, thinking we're really close by. Doesn't get a CC off, so we can't even get Kaisa into the fight. Once again, I canceled the Jax's CC on me, but I'm probably dead, so I use everything on Kaisa, who unfortunately goes back in. That was pretty bad, but she has flash and exhaust. Like if I use everything on her, she actually should be able to just live. They start up Baron. I think they get it because yeah, we're all dead. But they overstay afterwards. We get Rengar's ult. I think Vygar gets a catch too. I think he catches Rengar. Something happens. I don't remember. I get vision like top side. There's not really anything up. Just trying to flank or trying to get wards on one specific side, so that way we can flee to that side if Alistar comes from one spot. Dumping all my vision down at the same time, just to make sure that if we do end up resetting, I've already got 3 wards on the map. Alistar's clearing that. I have another ward in the chamber. I want to get it in here, but once again, nobody's kind of helping me. My Udyr is just completely in the wrong position. Doesn't walk into the river for me to get the vision, so I end up just having to like drop it like right here or something. Yeah. Here's where I ping. Somebody needs to go catch this tower. And that should be Vygar. He doesn't go. Nobody goes. We just let Jax get a free tower with Baron buff. Doesn't make any sense. We just decide we're going to trade. I actually get tower aggro, and somehow I get myself killed here. That was actually probably my worst play of the game. Somehow I think I autoed one of them, got tower aggro, and then he just flashed on me. And because of that, my team gets killed here. Yone kind of evens it out, but like it was my fault completely. But yeah, basically at this point, Jax just starts trolling to try and get this inhibitor. We just win the game. The next team fight is just like Rengar starts by going on me, but then everybody else just gets killed. I'm standing back here just to make sure that I'm providing safety to my Vygar, and then giving Kaisa what she needs to win the fight, and the game is over. Basically, from this point on, the Jax is no longer trying and just keeps trying to get this inhibitor, and he gets caught every time. There was one play. Okay, yeah. So that. Let me go back here. So they're gauging on my Yone. I realized, like, look at Yone's score. Like, Yone is actually doing hella work. Everybody's like pinging me like to leave him, but like there ain't no fucking way. I'm leaving my soldier behind here. So I get him on the W. I get an E on him. I get another E. As soon as he gets stunned here, I ult him. Keep the W up. He's still healing. Now he's out. Vygar's here to make a counter catch. Yone didn't die. Gets to live. Fucking we kill Swain. But everybody else pinging me off, being like, leave him, let him die. I'm like, no, man. No soldier left behind. Jax is just AFK splitting. We get a catch on Ezreal or something. No, Alistar again, and then Game's over. I actually have to go to D&D, so that's why I'm like speeding up. But it's like from this point on, it's like very there's no crazy plays being made. It's just very obvious, like running over them. We're too strong now. Yone is too strong with me, and then I have 3 people to play off of. I speed up Vigar with E. I give Kaisa or Yone W. I ult to give people tenacity once once like Jax presses E or something, but he never does because he never shows up in the team fight. That's a VOD review for myself. It feels a little bit different because like I don't know, I'm analyzing my own thoughts. I would have been it's a lot different when I'm doing somebody else, but join my Discord and submit your games for the next VOD review.